a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Opts for the throw. Definitely saw that counter coming. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Throws him down. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Gets the jump in. Misses the drive impact. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks him with the projectile. Combo with the target combo. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Nice counter. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Can they create an opportunity? Genius read with that throw escape. Corrects them. Both fighters KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Blocks the low heavy. No good up high. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The throw connects for counter hit damage. What are they thinking here? Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Takes a trip. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Decides to meet them in the air. Turns the drive gauge. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Heats it up with a combo into super. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Goes for the super art? This Dragon Lash Flame could be big! Player 2 must be feeling good. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Genius read! Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. They were right to be on guard there. Big throws, forward throw, laying the pressure on thick. Throws a fireball. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Crowns him from above. Oh my, the throw tech. Who's gonna take it? What are they gonna do? Jump! What a finish! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. They trade hits, and now starts off zoning with fireballs. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some goes for the super art. Player 2 turned this right around with that super. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Sandblast! They need to rely on their instincts. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Blossom! Jumps up. Nails the anti-air. Gets the counter hit throw. You get a lot more out of a counter throw than a normal one. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. That's a counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is barely... Perfect execution with the anti-air. Throws them. What'll happen here? Life lead is there, but still anyone in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Gets the jump in. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Experiencing burnout. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. To come from the brink like that? What a comeback. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Quick dashing. Long range fireball to break the silence. Dashes forward. Closes the gap. Jumps in. Both fighters planning something? Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Uses the target combo with a filler. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jumps? Nice counter. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Crowns them from above. They gotta go. Getting up close and personal. Player 1 can't use any breakthrough with the throw. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Long range fireball to break the silence. Looks like they want to re-establish their game plan with fireball. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Slashes him. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive experiencing burnout. Both fighters in there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Out of my way.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Open with a jump in? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Jump knocked them out of the air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Players, what were they thinking? This is gonna hurt. no resources to work with. They gotta do this the old-fashioned. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Sets up with the jump in. What a finish! Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. The jump in is denied. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Checks them with a projectile. Does a good job of pushing back. Time's the only thing moving here. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? The jump in catches them. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 2 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? They return to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Breaks those shins. Jump. Hits them with a stop and block. What'll happen here? Hard. The path to a win looks very scared. Money don't make no money. Spins it all for the Shinryu rip-off.
Shut up! I've had enough.
Look at the damage. One chance here, mate. Burns out. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. Uses their drive gauge. Shoryuken. Clutch anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Burns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. Knocked him out of the air. Like this is gonna hurt. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Solid anti-air. Player 2 can't use it. It is over. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best.
Great match. Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Definitely shuts out the jump in. What did they think here? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Knockdown. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Holds out with the block. Gets the jump in. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Okay, creating some space here. Pokes this with a medium kick. Blocks it. Uses the gauge for a super arm. It's the level 1. Break ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the counter hit throw. No escape from the throw. They were right to be on guard there. Knockdown and side switch in the corner. Steals back a chance. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Dashes. Burnout activates. Anti-air in the clutch. Both life and super hard gauges are not looking good. Time to grind it out. Finishes with the throw. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Throws out a projectile. Decides to meet them in the air. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. The counter is blocked. Throws him. What's next? Checks him with the projectile. The grab misses. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. Burnout activates. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Blocks it. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Shows a medium kick. Takes in the throw. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the jump in. Box him with a target combo. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Going in? From low heavy to smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Jumps in. Big throws. What'll happen here? Ooh, what a smart throw. Side switch in the corner. Are we gonna no! Critical art now? Big difference in life and closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Shoryuken? This is gonna hurt. The jump in is the wow, reads the counterattack. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Solid anti-air. Low heavy. What now? Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Like anti-air in the clutch. Baits out the low kick. There's a burnout. Player 1 is in a wraps it up with a throw. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Checks him with a projectile. The jump-in is denied. Jumps? Can't tech the throw? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Goes for the jackhammer. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Hits them with a stop and bop. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Reads the command grab. They were right to be on guard there. Target locked and scoop. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Sets up with the jump in. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. That's gonna leave them rattled. Are we gonna see a comeback here? One chance here may end this match. Our buck burns out. Zones with the fireball. Jump! How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Nice solid counter. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Target locked and scoop. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Decides to meet KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. Goes for the jump in. Player 1, boom goes the dynamite. Jumps, scrapping it out, up close, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Jumps to KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? A little too greedy. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. Oh, with the grab. Goes for the command grab. Still slugging it out here. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Oh, talk about overextending. Knockdown. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive games, but they still have enough life experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Target locked and scoop. Going in. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Oh, let's go. Knockdown and player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical round to deal the cash money damage they need. No life left. Big time whip. What are they gonna do? Amazing. They back down to regroup. This may be the fight. Kingston closes it out. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Gotta do this.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The low kick connects. Still slugging it out here. Combo with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Strings it all together. The grab misses. Knockdown. Just out of range for that throw. Right lead opens up. Taking stock. Gets some. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Pops them with a shoulder. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps in. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Going in. Player one throws them. Just delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They return to center stage. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. What'll happen here? Meets them air to air. Dashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Flatline zone. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Gets the jump in. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Lots of aggression from both sides. All right. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Big low reaching heavy. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Still slugging it out at this range. Life lead opens up. Jump. Experiencing burnout. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Fight.
Sky high. Who's going to start things off? Just goes for it at this range. Goes for the super art. Jumps in. Will this super art connect? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. She's making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Jump. Throw connects and does big damage. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Throws them. A quick breather. That's a counter. Crowns him from above. Who's gonna take it? Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Okay. No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned.
Ken.
Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Puts one in the pocket. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive move and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Dacus gets him. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Dashes up. That combo did decent damage. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Blocks it. On Kensatsu. What'll happen here? Goes with the safe stuff with that target. They were right to be on guard there. Gets a rip, bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Burns a bar to unleash the super art. The super doesn't hit. Burns out. Amazing. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Low heavy. Player 2, this can lead to some big damage. They gotta dig down deep. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a fireball. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Lots of foo-hop bends and plenty of avenues. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Wow, reads the counterattack. Gets the counter hit. All stocked up. Solid anti-air. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Close range projectile. A jumping anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 is in a very impact squash. Pokes with a kick. This is gonna hurt. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Put the exclamation point up. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSF dummy. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Are you kidding me? Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Barely blocks the jumping. Neither of them willing to back off here.
Here we go.
Player 2 has the life advantage. Got a small life lead, but it's not over. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Holds out with the block. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Player 1 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Goes for the Sakai Fuhazan! Vintage Jury! They are one move KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and game plan. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Goes for the Sakai Fuhazan! Vintage Jury! Going in? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation, experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Knockdown and in there! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Showtime, baby!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. From up above, flashes it. Taking stock. Player 1 creates a good burnout activates. Going in, KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Player 1 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Holds out with the block. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown and... They both have full drive gauges to work with. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Just goes for it at this range. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Ripper! What'll happen here? That was a well-placed projectile. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Rips the slasher out. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see Whip reads the jump in perfectly. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Keeps him out. Next with the throw. Nothing stops this train. Player 2 can't let this simmer. In with the crosser. Oh, the throw connects. Holy! There's a dragon back. Notice the dragon blast super hits home. What now? Chisels him down. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Neither of them willing to back off here. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Shoots off a fireball up close. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Had the radar up and running. Charges forward. We're in the final moments of the round. Both fighters are playing around with a full drive gauge too. Okay, creating some space here. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. They kept a close eye on the skies and it paid off. Good reaction game. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. The jump in is denied. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Good distance for a shot. Still slugging it out at this range. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Jump. Player experiencing burnout. Shoryuken? What'll happen here? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Raw super hard incoming. Player not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open, crowns him from above. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. What are they gonna do? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Okay, nobody blink. Sid parry. A jump in, connects with the throw. Keeps him out. Wow, reads the counterattack. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Plenty of health. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Excellent read. Pokes with a kick. Throws range projectile. Jump. Throws them. What now? Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They are not getting close to each other. Jump! Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Rushes in. Answers with a fireball. 20 seconds left on the clock. Feel that pressure. What are they with? Denies the jump in. Clutch anti-air. It is over. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run. Goes to the air. Throw missed. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take prize from open with a Shoryuken? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. A brave forward jump there to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Looking for a chance. A super art? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Jumps in. Chops him with a Shoryu. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Hold your breath. Are they going to be able to come back? Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
We're seeing you on the scene.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Opts for the throw. All right. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with some perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Slides and goes for the leg. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets the knockdown, and now, smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 1, if that's not gonna hit, that hits a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here.
Farewell.
They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Low heavy. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Perfect. What are you jumping in for? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Ready, match. Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Come on, let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deal some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Definitely shuts out the jumper. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Box him with a target combo. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. In a dire situation. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Grabs and throws them away. Both fighters planning something? Hits them with a stop and pop. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Doesn't miss a beat. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. What? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Experiencing burnout. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Player 2 sneaks in the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 chases them down. Combo with the target combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Box him with the target combo. Uses the target combo as a filler. Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Time to reassess the situation? Out of range. Relatively safe. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Anti-air in the front. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Oh, could be the start of something. Here, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Gotta do better than that. A real test of nerves here. They get the stun. This is a huge opportunity to end the round quickly. Player sneaks in the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Start things off with a crown jump from above. Who's going to steal this win? This is going to hurt. That go's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. A jump? This can lead to some big damage. Ooh, what a smart throw. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of all the throw connects? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. They're in range. We're gonna see a jump that drops them. This is it. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They are done. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Knocked them out of the air. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Decides to meet them in the air. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Throws out the fireball to check. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Grabs him, takes a trip. Shoots off a fireball up close. Neither of them willing to back off here. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Whiffs the throw. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how capable. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Projectile to try and change the situation. Great work finding the opening. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Both sides have the super gauge max and ready to rip. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Connects with medium kick. Both fighters planning something? Uses the target combo as a filler. Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like hits the drive. Jump? Goes for the jump in. Player 1 with slick drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range, relatively safe. And whiffs, they're wide open. Connects with the throw. What's next? Nothing stops this train. Drops them hard. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. They are not getting close to each other. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Punish counter sets the table. Amazing super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Oh, here we go. Excellent damage on that. Here comes Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Looking for a hold. Can this drive bring them back? Checks with a sandblast. Hits the drive. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Got him and whiffs. They're wide open. Those fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? They both turns out. Both of them back off. What a clutch low heavy. They are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.